Welcome to EPS Services and Tooling. EPS has been manufacturing bandsaw blades for the last 30 years. We're based in the United Kingdom, with one site in the southwest of England near Taunton in Somerset, and our second site just north of Edinburgh in Scotland. We are the leading manufacturer of bandsaw blades in the UK and invested in state-of-the-art CNC machinery, primarily Volmer, to ensure we have the equipment to consistently produce the best quality blades for our customers. We also invest in our people, ensuring we have a broad range of talent, from the experienced technicians through to our apprenticeship programs, developing our younger staff for the future. Our customers are primarily in the UK, but we now export our bandsaw blades to Ireland, Poland and North America as we look to grow and develop. We have produced a number of short videos to explain our processes on how we manufacture our wide bandsaw blades. We will explain why we only work with Udderhome 000 and Bowler brands for our steel strip, how we create the tooth of the saw, how we weld the steel, how we then level and tension the bandsaw, add the toughened alloy teeth, and then how we profile the shape and side grind the teeth, and finally, how we prepare our saw for delivery to the customer. I hope you find these short clips of interest. A bandsaw blade must be able to keep its tension and remain stable while under considerable pressure and extreme temperature variations. For steel quality, we only use the Udderhome 000 brand or Bowler strip steel for all the bandsaws we manufacture, as we believe this steel has the correct tensile strength and flexibility for the job. Both brands of steel are produced by voestalpine in Austria at their state-of-the-art factory. voestalpine have invested over €100 million in their new factory, capable of producing what I believe to be the best quality bandsaw material in the world, with brand new annealing, cold rolling and hardening lines. Each coil delivered to EPS by voestalpine is supplied with its own unique chemical test certificate to warranty the performance of the steel. Each bandsaw we produce is then individually linked by a unique number to each unique coil certificate, so we have a clear traceability back to the manufacturer. At EPS, we work with the factory directly in Austria to manage the supply and availability of steel coil. A number of our customers have unique dimensional requirements that we now arrange directly with the factory. We stock over 50 tons of material at any one time to ensure we can support our customers' requirements, even at short notice, which allows us to react quickly to market demands throughout the world. There are a number of ways to manufacture the teeth in a saw. Some companies use lasers and even water jets, but at EPS we choose to mechanically punch the tooth in the saw. We believe that punching the teeth this way is both accurate, consistent and a quicker way of achieving the results required. EPS operate a Jones & Atwood mechanical Worcester press to punch the tooth shape, as it is both highly efficient, accurate and economical in production. We can punch up to 50 teeth per minute. We can offer our customers a range of precision punched tooth shapes, but we can also provide a bespoke service for our regular customers to produce their own tooth shape from a dedicated punch die, if that is what's required. The brains behind the mechanical punch is the servo roll feeder produced by PA Industries in Connecticut. Installed less than 2 years ago, this roll feeder controls the rate at which the steel coil is fed into the mechanical punch, and therefore the space between each tooth, known as the pitch, that it's produced. This machine also allows EPS the flexibility to produce a variable range of tooth pitches at the touch of a button. Once a strip of coil has been punched, we will cut individual saws to the length required. When cutting the steel, it's important to cut the blade at 90 degrees to the back of the saw to prevent any subsequent twisting. EPS operate a guillotine driven by compressed air to ensure consistency of finish in the saws. EPS join or weld the saw using a modern Volmer MA311. This tried and tested automatic welding machine uses a MIG process for the joining of bandsaws. This particular equipment was installed in 2017. The ends of the saw blade are fixed to the welding bench and aligned at 90 degrees to each other and held down by quick release clamps. The torch is then precision guided over the entire blade width. The blade then remains in position for both preheating and subsequent annealing. The temperature can be regulated and the annealing time adjusted via a timer. The result of this process is a consistently produced quality join that will last the life of the blade. After the saw is joined, the weld needs to be ground and polished. The point of the weld needs to be ground so that it is absolutely level on both sides to the original strip coil. The weld is then finished with the help of a rotary polisher. This work is completed by one of our skilled technicians to ensure our welds are finished to the highest possible quality. Levelling, tensioning and straightening of the bandsaw blades has traditionally been a highly skilled, labour-intensive job which could only be performed by qualified personnel. EPS was the first in the United Kingdom to invest in automatic levelling and tensioning technology produced by Volmer to ensure we could achieve consistent quality levels of production. The Volmer RC110 ensures a consistent and accurate levelling and tensioning of the bandsaw every time. Once the bandsaw is mounted onto the machine, the blade parameters are entered into the control panel. A probe then performs a measurement of any deviations from the target over the entire width of the band. Controlled rollers level out any bumps from above and below until the blade is flat and level. Once levelled, the saw is then tensioned to the customer's profile. This process can be repeated exactly the same for each bandsaw to ensure consistency for all our customers' blades. Precise results with infinite repeatable accuracy. Many of our customers have realised the benefit of asking EPS to add a toughened alloy tip to each tooth of the saw, usually known as stellite, to improve bandsaw running times and the surface finish of the timber. This process is commonly known as stellite tipping. At EPS, we operate the Volmer GPA, which uses the plasma welding technique with inert gas to guarantee a strong and consistent fusion between the stellite material and the bandsaw steel. The stellite is melted and formed into a mould around each individual tooth, creating a raw tooth shape ready for the annealing process. The high-frequency induction loop annealing station is then fully integrated into the machine and heats each tip to approximately 480 degrees, creating the correct hardness of stellite, while the CNC-controlled tooth feed system allows for precise positioning of each tooth. The grinding quality or finish of the bandsaw will considerably influence the economic use of the blade. Not only the sharpness of the tooth but also the finish of the complete gullet or tooth shape will also determine the life of the blade. EPS only wet grind our bandsaw blades to ensure we can optimise the consistency and accuracy of the blades. A coolant agent helps minimise the risk of crystallisation of the steel, known as martensite, that is caused due to heat build-up, which can contribute towards the blade cracking. EPS use the Volmer automatic profile wet grinding machines to grind the complete profile of our bandsaws. The two CNC axes enable exact grinding of the tooth shape for optimal quality, keeping accuracy within the tooth pitch. The machine holds up to 99 tooth shapes in its memory. Finally, we need to grind the sides of the teeth. This ensures a consistency of width or kerf across the tip. The side relief angle is optimised for clearance to enable efficient cutting. EPS used the Volmer CF100 wet grinder with a Borazon wheel to finish the side grinding of our bandsaw blades. This proven technology consistently provides an accurate finish of our blades. Having completed all this work, the bandsaw blade can now commence the journey to our customer. We are keen to ensure that it arrives with the customer in the same condition as it left us. Although large and heavy, considerable time and effort has been put into each tooth to ensure that it's sharp and precisely finished. To help protect this finished saw on its journey to the customer, each blade is fitted with protective stripping, which can be colour-coded for individual sizes to protect the teeth from the environment before the bandsaw is mounted onto a bandsaw pulley prior to use. This protective stripping also helps protect anyone handling the saw from the risk of injury. Then seal the blades in a wooden box before shipment.